Hello everyone, Brian here again with another Gerber Gear review. This time I'll be doing a quick review on the Gerber Dime in Black. This guy arrived a couple days ago and I've been fairly pleased with it. Although, I have to be honest here, there were quite a few things I wasn't pleased with it. To begin with, the steel type is 3CR13 stainless steel, so don't expect too much out of the metal. It does weigh in at 2.2 ounces. Its closed length is 2.75 inches, and the overall length when open is 4.25 inches. It comes with 10 components, as Gerber says. It comes with a crosshead driver, scissors, fine edge blade, pliers, tweezers, wire cutter, a retail package opener, a file, bottle opener, and a medium flathead driver. I have used this to cut paper and cardboard with no problem. And I've used this to tighten screws and bolts with no problem, and I've used it to open a beer bottle at the end of the day with no problem. But that's just pretty much about it. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what I have problems with. To begin with, here's the scissors. I do have to say the scissors are very well built. They are incredibly sharp. However, if you try to cut paracord with this, you will bend the blades, and then you got to go ahead and straighten them back out. That's not a big problem. It's just I wanted to see what it could and couldn't do. Knowing that it can cut paper and cardboard, that's just fine with me. The next tools are the flathead screwdriver. The flathead screwdriver, while small as you can see here, it actually does the job just fine tightening up flathead screws. If you ask me, though, I'd make everything into a Phillips head screw because, like all flatheads, you will, or you could, slide off the head off of it. Over here, we have a questionable tool set, as you can see. I probably wouldn't have to say anything right now, as you probably can see why I'm questioning it. They call the top of this called a crosshead driver, but that's not my question. My questions are, why did they make the files so tiny? If they didn't have enough room, I wish they kind of put in a bigger or a longer file into it. But I guess for tiny work, that'll do just fine. Here's the tweezers. Now, I do have to say I'm actually really impressed with the tweezers. The tweezers are much better than the Victorinox tweezers that come in. They're actually a lot stronger. They don't, they flex, but they don't stay flexed. They don't bend, as in other words. So very well made. Okay, now let's see here. Getting at this one. Here is the retail package opener, or basically a box opener. It cuts really well into paper and cardboard and tape, no problems there, but if you're trying to cut paracord or a seatbelt with it, it's not going to work. So you always have a well-prepared blade with you, whether it's a hook knife or a really sharp blade, if you plan to be doing that kind of cutting anytime soon. And speaking of blades, now here is something that I am very pleased with. While very tiny, this blade is very sharp. It is ground on both sides here. It came in razor sharp, so I'm pretty pleased with that. It cuts everything: paracord, paper, boxes. Yeah, that's basically it. It's a tiny little blade. It sort of locks into place, but my definition of a lock is that it won't do that without hitting something to unlock it. But anyways, the blade's very sharp. It's very useful. I like that it's the blade itself is bowed out a little bit in the middle instead of being straight out. So I find that to be a very nice feature. And let's get into the pliers here. Now, the pliers are very well designed. They're very straight, it's very flush on the very tip here. Very nice design there. It does tighten up bolts just as fine. No problems there. But keep in mind, this is a mini multi-tool. It's not meant for super heavy duty work. So if you are looking for something that's super heavy duty, then I recommend going for something like the suspension multi-tool or something equivalent like a Leatherman or something. One thing that I did notice, it seems like they really geared the bottle opener down here to be more of an extension on the handle, so you can get a better grip, more comfortable grip when you're gripping things. And I actually have small hands, and this thing looks really tiny in my hand, so that may give you an idea. I'm going to do a size comparison here in a moment. The wire cutters, I'm going to get into those right here. The wire cutters really have no problem cutting a 5 gauge wire and up, but when you get down to the 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s, it's not going to cut through it, so don't expect too much from it again. Also, it doesn't cut paracord as well. In fact, actually, when I tried to cut paracord in there, it actually made the pliers bend. One side went out this way and the other went the other way, and I had to go ahead and pull the pliers out with my suspension tool. I was lucky enough that it came back perfectly straight, so it wasn't anything serious, but it's just something to keep in mind that it's limited. All mini multi-tools are limited in what they're designed to do. So let me go ahead and close this up and do a quick size comparison. So there's the Gerber multi-tool, and here's a pen. So that should give you an idea about the size of it. Take the pen away. Here's a AA battery. And then if you're going to do it by width of it, the AA battery is a little bit wider than the multi-tool. And it is really, it's much smaller than a wristwatch. But at any rate, it is what it is. It is a mini multi-tool. It's supposed to attach to your car. It's supposed to attach to your car keys using this this O-ring here. But I find that this O-ring has gotten in my way many of times. And when I had it actually on my keys, while it is light, it dangles and it gets a little annoying. So I'm probably not going to have that key anymore. I'm probably going to put it in the letter pocket of my jeans. Anyways, this is Brian signing off for now, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.